What's going on, YouTube? This video right here is a great video for me because it's me telling you, what I've been through over these last 3 years. I've hit the 3-year mark and I still love what I do. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. It was actually July 3rd when I got hired onto Berkshire. Had to check that yesterday. So July 3rd I started. We're now on July 8th, and I'm 5 days into my 3rd year, and I absolutely love what I do. I have a couple of questions that I want to go over, and this is it, man. I want to thank you guys for being here with me. If you can, hit the like button. If this is your first time being here, subscribe, please, so you can continue to join the team, man. This is a team effort. I literally do the videos for you guys because I want to inspire other individuals to do real estate if this is something that you want to do. I just want to share my journey with you. Excuse me, I got hiccups. And then hopefully you get something out of it, man. Maybe you can start your own YouTube channel as well, and then I'll be the one watching you. Maybe you blow up and I just sit here stagnant. I hope not. Hopefully we can blow up all together. But all right, so with that said, let me give a quick shout out to my designer here that did this shirt. Jess Amy collection is a young lady I knew in high school. She's doing painting. She's actually works at a bank, and she's a lender, but she's doing painting on the side and is phenomenal. And this shirt was something I had asked her for. I didn't ask for this specifically, excuse me. She just hooked it up. She just knew, let me just think of something that maybe he would like, his style, whatever. And I got this one and another one. And I just want to thank her for that. But Jess Amy Collections on Instagram. And then you could see a lot of her paintings, purchase some paintings, some of her shirts that have been converted from the artwork. But I just want to give a big shout out to her. Before we start, hit the like button for Jess Amy and her artwork, man. So let's get into it, man. 3 years in, all right? All right, so I got these questions off of another YouTuber's video, but I'm going to read it right now and actually answer them literally, Johnny on the spot. So let's see what we can do. Let's get this light on, man. Wait a minute. Slacking on the pimping. All right, so Johnny on the spot, man. We got to get this. What is the hardest thing you've ever been through? All right, so we're going to keep it solely to real estate with this one. The hardest thing I've ever been through when it pertains to this is actually taking the test. Going through the schooling was beyond easy to me. That part, it just stuck in my head. I loved learning about it. The information is not exciting, but I'm always excited to become a realtor, so I learned it. But taking the test and actually becoming licensed, the reason behind that is because I did have a assault charge on my name, and because of that assault charge I had to jump through a whole lot of hoops, and I talked about it in the last video somewhat, but I had to jump through so many hoops just to get approved. And I passed the test, did all of the stuff I needed to do for the board. Even though I failed the test 3.5 times, passed it on the 4th time, basically. I passed half of it. I think I passed the national on the 3rd try, and then passed the state on the last try. But with that, that was pretty difficult. But it started after I had passed those 2 items. I went to apply for my license, because you now have to go back to the board location and turn in your information. But because I had the record, my fingerprints and all that stuff couldn't go by or get passed until I cleared everything and had an approval from the courts and all this other stuff. So literally for almost 2-3 weeks, I'm just running back and forth to the courts, doing all the stuff they needed me to do. Man, I jumped through so many hurdles. It was frustrating as all get out. But at the 6-month mark, I almost hit 6 months, because I started in February, and then I got my license towards the end of June. Yeah, towards the end of June, almost July. So almost hit 6 months. But it took me a long time just to get that done, and a lot of money. So when it pertains to real estate, that was literally the hardest thing I've gone through in this real estate journey. All right, so question number 2. What is a problem you had to overcome or solve for yourself? I think one of the problems I had, because there's actually two big issues that I had. One was doing the paperwork. I still have issues getting paperwork done. My computer's tripping. I'm busy with my full-time gig and trying to do real estate at the same time. So that's been a huge problem for me. Is you have deadlines on certain paperwork that you need to get in, and for me, it's really, really hard to meet some of those deadlines every now and then. In the beginning, I was kicking butt. I didn't have as many deals, but now it's really starting to get overwhelming. But I've talked to my broker about it, and getting a transaction person would actually knock down some of that issue and get all the items in that I need. So that's one thing that I'm working on solving actually right now, because I just talked to her maybe 2 weeks ago about it. Another issue was in the beginning, I didn't have, the money and the things like that to be able to start real estate. And luckily, I didn't necessarily solve it myself. So this is kind of off of that topic somewhat. But I did have a spouse that was willing to help out with the finances of it. So in some of my videos, well, one of my videos, you saw that I made $1,485 or something for the first year. But after that year, it just started increasing. And even this year, revenue wise, I just looked at it. I think I have 1.7 million in sales or something. So if you do it by like 3%, that's what I should be getting. But this is a whole new year. So my year starts in July. That's because that's when I started. So that's what I'm saying. I've been here 3 years. But finance wise, I had to ask my wife for a lot of help because I didn't have it. So that was really hard to be asking her to help me pay for the registration and everything I needed, and then have to ask her to help me pay for gas and take her vehicle and advertising and all this other stuff. It just took a toll. But 3 years in, I'm still kicking, still going. Now I pay for my own items. My real estate pays for itself. We don't struggle for the money. All of my real estate money is actually extra. So if this is something that you're doing part-time, don't stress yourself too much, because if you continue at it, it actually will change. And man, it just becomes so much funner after that. All right. So number three. What is the most painful thing you've been through? I don't even know if I would say it's like rough, painful, but this year, having to pay $13,000, I think it was like almost $13,500 in taxes, man, that hurt. That hurt the pocket, something serious. But when you're a 1099 employee, you don't pay taxes, okay? So for the VA, I pay taxes for every check that I get. That just comes out. I don't even worry about it. And then at the end of the year, me and my wife get money back. This year, we got money back from, I think, the state. And then we had to pay federal, something like that. However it goes. I think it was the state gave us like $900. Then we had to pay $13,380 or something for federal. So that one kind of hurt. But at the same time, I made $58,000 for the year. So I just paid $13,000 worth of taxes on it, because now I'm in a different tax bracket. So you could take it as that hurt, or I could take it as, man, that felt good, because now I'm in a different tax bracket. That means that I'm working hard and I'm kicking butt. So I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do to make the money I need. So it hurt in a sense, but at the same time, I've never been able to have that much kind of money. Never been able to have that kind of money to be able to pay $13,000 in taxes and then still have money, left over to take care of all the business and the home and other things that I wanted to do. So I guess that would be something that kind of hurt. Number 4, what makes you different? What makes me different? I'm just honest with people, really. It's easier to just be honest to my clients than it is to like be honest to a spouse or something. When it's a spouse, you'll lie over foolish stuff. But when it's my client, I actually find it a lot easier to be honest with them, which is funny. But this honesty is the best, man. I've had 2 people fire me. Actually, I was just thinking about it earlier today. The first person I tried to work with was an investor, and I just didn't work fast enough for this individual. But she was extra prissy and just being foolish. I think she was setting me up to fail anyway. So I didn't have the opportunity to help her, but it did help me learn that, there's going to be some people that reach out to you that you're not going to be able to help, and it's fine. Just don't panic over it. So I didn't panic. I just kept going. Just learn from the situation. The second one, they fired me. They got a house. They're doing well. But I just was trying to advise them, let's think smarter. Let's not waste all your money. You've got other situations going on. You got kids, different things like that. A brand new marriage. Don't max out your loan when you don't have to. And they ended up going with somebody else. Actually went way above their loan. Not sure how that loan got approved. That's not my problem. But I just find myself just being as honest as possible, even if it's going to lose a client. I just don't want to sit here and string you along, and then next thing you know, you're like, man, you're dishonest. So that's one thing that makes me different. And then I don't have people sign up right off the bat to be exclusive with me. So I wouldn't advise doing that for everybody, because when you don't have an agreement with a client, they can jump ship anytime they want. They can get up and walk out, and you're out of luck. I just don't do that. I want to show you what I can do first, and then once you like it, then that's when I come in a day or 2 later and have you sign paperwork, or whenever we're doing a contract, I have you sign the paperwork. So that's something that makes me a little different. But I'm sure other agents are honest, and they have their own little things that's different for them as well. All right, so number 5, what do people always ask for to help with? Man, oh man. I wish I can get paid to be a darn consultant, man. Because people ask for all kinds of stuff when it comes to real estate. People are asking for what is the market value, even though they already have another realtor. They're asking for what should they offer, even with another realtor. They're offering for the verbiage on a contract. They're offering for how to do a home warranty, who's the best home warranty, who's the best inspection company, how much does it cost for the closing. And again, this is majority of the time, these are people that are already working with somebody else, and they come to me for that. So they're the ones asking me for help, even though you gave the money to somebody else. So let me remind some of you guys, to buy a home, it does not cost you anything to utilize my services. My services are free when you buy a home. You pay $295 for your transaction, okay? $295. That has nothing to do with me. That's a transaction fee, period. I don't charge you anything. So you use me, abuse me, purchase your home, now we're good to go, all right? Because I get paid from the seller. The seller is the one who freaking pays me my goddamn money. You don't pay me. But yet and still, I'll still get questions all the time throughout your whole transaction. Do I help you? Yes, I do. Because my tactic is I help you so that you can spread my name rather than spread your realtor's name. And that's 9 times out of 10 is what happens. So I love it and I appreciate it. But legit, that is the question I get when it comes to help. The other number one question is, what are the steps I need to take to purchase a home? I do like that question, because I'll answer that even if you go with somebody else, because I like to be able to learn more, and I like to be able to share what I just learned with everybody, because it's something new, and I'm just happy you're going to purchase a home. But don't be asking me all these questions and then go with somebody else and not tell me why you did it, because I would like to know so I can fix it. That's all I'm asking. Well, wait a minute. I'm asking you to hit the like button too, and subscribe, especially if you're brand new, man. I'm trying to hit 200, okay? Once I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to do a chocolate challenge and slam that bad boy up there. It's a hotter challenge than before. So 200 subscribers is when I'll do it. All right, so number 6, this is the last one. Last question. What are some of the greatest lessons I've learned? And again, this is pertaining to real estate. What are some of the greatest lessons I've learned over the last 3 years? Number 1 would be to ask questions, and ask them often. And I mean, this pertains to your broker, this pertains to your clients, this pertains to the lenders. If you're at events, ask questions at the events, ask yourself questions, friends and family, because what's going to happen is you're going to get a different understanding of where everybody's standpoint is and what questions they have. So now you'll be able to answer the questions when it comes to making a sale. Or if you have to now convince an individual, hey, I'm the person for you, it's a little bit easier to convince somebody that you're going to do them the best service if you have a lot of those questions already running through your mind through asking those questions. That just makes you a better person overall. Yes, baby. Yes. So another thing that I learned, another thing that I learned is, let me see, to be patient, to love what you do, and just really let your client control the whole situation. Your client is in control because it's their purchase. Your client is in control because it's their sale. All we do as realtors is advise them on the best move, and you allow them to take control of the situation, and then you'll literally, man, you'll make so much money. This year is going to be a great year for me, and at the end of the year I'm going to actually disclose what I make, because right now I have no clue. We're not even finished, but I possibly have almost $1 million listing. I possibly have a $700,000 sale. That'll be my highest sale. And then I want to walk through some mansions and different things like that. So my ambition is there, my drive is there, my dreams are there. But again, it's all learning. These are all things that I'm going to do in order to learn more of the business, to be able to move to the next step. Once I move to the next step, it's just going to be more education that I need to be able to push myself further and further. And then I can just share more of my story with you, and you'll see exactly where I went. And maybe you guys have some questions. If you ever have questions about any part of the real estate business, or the feelings, the emotions, things about your spouse, things about how your kids take it, what it's like to be with Berkshire, whatever, you can just ask those questions, man, and I'll definitely make a video about it. It doesn't bother me, as long as it's respectful. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want to disrespect other brokerages. I've never worked with other brokerages myself, so I can't speak on behalf of them. I can just speak on behalf of the Goodyear Berkshire Hathaway office that I work for, and they're phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So with that being said, man, thank you guys for rocking with me for 3 goddamn years, man. It's been a long 3 years. It's been nothing but uphill though, and I'll tell you that right now. Even with the situation right now going on in the world, with the Black Lives Matter, with the COVID, with the quarantine, people losing jobs, it's been nothing but an uphill battle for me, and I'm so blessed to be able to have this opportunity. So if you guys made it to the end, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and then put Shamrock down at the bottom. And then remember, Just Amy, all right, if you need one of these shirts, not necessarily this one, or if you do want this one, there's some other ones on there. Just Amy Collections on the Instagram. Check it out, man. I love you guys.